Finding the right name is another challenge for new parents. The April issue of American Baby has a guide to help you come up with the best name for your little one. And for more, we are joined by Laura Kalehoff, executive editor of American Baby. Thanks for being with us, Laura.
Thanks for having me.
I've often wondered why my parents named me Betty. Not even in, the top 1,000?
It hasn't been for more than a decade, so
Yeah.
you're a true original,
All right,
Betty.
well, hopefully parents out there can maybe get a name that's a little more popular if they wish. What's the first way of going about picking a name?
Well, one way is to combine your two favorites. Lots of times you love a name, your partner doesn't. You don't want to compromise on a name. You know, you don't want to have to cringe when you say your kid's name. So a great way is to combine your two favorites. For instance, he loves Ella, you love Liliana, make it Eliana, which is a great combo. It's kind of like the Brangelina effect, trickling down to baby names. So
I gotcha. Brangelina. Don't give folks an idea out there because they might just do it. And you want to say bypass the family names. And I joke about my name, but actually mine's a family name that was passed down. You know, in that case, I think it's kind of special.
It is. It's a really neat way to commemorate a loved one. So, but you don't necessarily always love the name, even though you love the relative.
That's true. That is a very good point to make because a lot of times you get attached to the person, and then your child is stuck with that name, and they're not really sometimes they just don't fit. Sometimes the name doesn't fit the person.
Right, or it doesn't fit your last name. So what you can do is you can pick, let's say it's Uncle Donald. Think of Don, the nickname, and then think of, what name could I use with Don? Donovan. You know, then you have a cool name that actually commemorates your Uncle Donald.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And some people are also thinking about maybe using a last name as a first name. That way you can get, the woman's maiden name in there somehow, perhaps. I mean, that might be an easy way to do that.
That's hugely popular now. And it's not just traditional names like Scott and Jackson. It's gone into names like Dempsey, for instance. One of our readers, she named her daughter Dempsey after her mother's maiden name because her mother had passed away before she was born, which I thought was so great to do that. You can also tweak a last name. For instance, my last name is Kalehoff, and my husband's cousin is named Kaylee after Kalehoff. So you can kind of morph your last name to become a first name.
That is really neat. But there's a lot of anxiety that goes into creating, or picking a name because your baby is going to be stuck with this for the rest of his or her life. So should you just maybe put it off and wait till you see your child and then realize, that baby looks just like a so-and-so.
Right, some parents do that, and it actually can be a good idea because the more you fixate on a name and say a name over and over again, it sounds kind of weird. Laura, 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 over and over again. So really, you can just pick up a whole bunch of your favorites. You can use a great baby names app for that. We have a great one at American Baby now called Baby Names Plus that you can find on iTunes. And basically pick a bunch of your favorites and then wait until baby is born and, think,
see which one
of the 6 is best for him.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. That really does. Good ideas out there, Laura. See, that's a traditional name, too.
It is. It was in the top 20 when I was born.
Oh, stop it. You're making me jealous now. Mine wasn't in the top 1,000 for the past how many years? 11?
Yes.
Oh, jeez, that's all right. I'm proud of it. It's old school.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your advice.
Thank you.
And there